Mother and daughter playing in the dirt. This is a country girl. Michelle, are you a country girl? Huh? Are you? Come on, I see half a smile. Give us a whole smile. Hello. Are you a... What are you looking at up there? Are you a country girl?
Because the leaves is moving.
She's enjoying country life. She just got to see a little baby toad for the first time ever. Well guys, this basket case is going to be ours. Tell me what you think. I know a lot of people are going to want to hit me over the head virtually. Some would want to really do it for real, I'm sure. This basket case we're going to take over and restore and use it. We're going to put it all back together with new wood. Actually, it's not that big a deal. The rails are fully intact, so I can take them apart bit by bit and take them home and paint them and clean them. The whole roof is still intact. There's nothing wrong with the roof part. It's all intact. It's not even bent up or anything. It's all there, and it's a raising up collapsible roof. All the side trim and the deck is still here. That's all intact. So that just bolts onto the top of the plywood. All that along there just bolts along the top of the plywood all the way along. So that comes off, and this photo is going to help me to figure out how to put this all back together. The motor mount is still nothing wrong with that. It's all aluminum. There was a trolling motor mount there. The solenoid and electronics are still intact. Whether it works or not, who knows, but it's there. The wires are still there. And not much left of the chair, but there's a frame. The steering control is still there in the tower. I'd keep that. So here's the deal. All the pieces are here. And all the trim work is here. The tubes still hold air, I guess I would want to say. All the lights are still there. Everything's there. Now, what we're going to do, because Melanie doesn't like to take Michelle out on our normal boat, because not for a couple of years yet, till she's, you know, she doesn't feel that she'll flip over the boat into the water. But she said if we had a pontoon, she'd be happy to go out on the lake at any given time. So here we have this is a big pontoon. So I think we're going to do that, and I might actually build a little cabin on one end to get out of the weather, stay out of the sun. I have a fishing deck and a little cabin deck made of ultralight materials. Anyway, the tube is fully intact, and the framing, the cross bracing is galvanized steel. So there's nothing wrong with this. There's only surface rust on this metal. It's all still intact. All the cross bracing is galvanized. So it's fully intact. So literally, and even this stuff, there's just surface rust. So what I think I'm going to do, or not think, I've already asked, we're going to adopt this, take off all the junk, strip it down to the frame, paint it, and put new boards on, and put it all back together. Probably not going to be done this year for this season, but I think it can be done. Now this one had bench seats made out of wood, which is very simple. This was just a bunch of bench seats. So I'm going to take photos of it before and after. I'm going to take photos now, and then today I'm going to take all this garbage off and start cleaning it down a bit. But before and after photos will help me figure out where everything goes back together once it's done. Again, I know some of you are going to want to come over and thump me on the head. But when you get a family, things change, and I think it'd be awesome for us to go fishing and hanging out on the lake with that. It still holds water, I mean air, whatever you want to call it. It still floats. There's nothing wrong with the base. So that's what we're going to do. It's big. It's really big. So I want to go grab my camera now and start taking some photos of it, to get my plans and ideas of how we're gonna, how it goes together before I strip everything off. That'll help me later. So, alright guys, that's my little project today. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. That's a thing of beauty. Sarcasm inserted, just so you know. It will be though. I can't wait to measure it though. I want to compare that to the others. I think that's a big, big, big boat. So, unless anything else comes up, we'll see how it goes. We're with family right now and having a peaceful, relaxing day today. So I'll talk to you later. Well, I'm working while my parents are getting ready to go to town for the last hour. So I pulled off some garbage. I'm saving sheet metal and good pieces, and it's all surface rust because it had been painted not too long ago again. The chairs just need new resurfacing and wood and stuff, but everything else moves. I've got it half cleared off here in the deck. I'm going to need help getting this off without bending it, and I need a sawzall for one little thing. All this is 5 sheets of marine grade plywood, this deck. You take it apart, you paint it, and you put 5 sheets of marine grade plywood back down on it, and you've got yourself the base of a pontoon again. And then you put all the boards or all the metal back on, repainted metal. Look, even that's not that bad. It was painted so many times through the years, it isn't all that bad. I would probably redo all the bolts, although they're holding. I'd probably cut all these bolts off and redo them with new. But I do believe it's doable. I do. Might take some time, but actually I'll probably have it stripped down today. I'll probably have it down to the frame today. Got my Ryobi tools here and my dead-on demolition hammer, and I got the back deck off, the back rails I should say. Nothing wrong with them. Now I'm going to cut off the bolts and paint each piece individually though, because that way there won't be any rusting areas in between. Right now I'm going to work on ripping off that piece. Hopefully I can do that on video. So all I'm doing basically is lifting to see where it's loose. There's a piece of trim. Lift it, knock off the boards that are still attached. They're rotted, so they fall right off. Oh, the door's jammed. Oh, that's holding. Okay. See where I can stand on this. Right there's a piece of frame. I can stand right here. Gotta be careful. But that's sort of solid there. Isn't that funny? The only spot where there's any bolt left. Well, this is the last one that's giving me the worst trouble. Isn't that funny? Huh. I'll bring you over here. There we go. That should come off. What's holding what here? Oh, the carpeting is on that. I see. Yeah. Alright. Now I gotta get help getting that roof piece off. Be back in a few minutes. Well, there's about an hour of work. It's gonna be a simple matter of ripping that deck off. I wish I'd remembered to grab the gloves at home, but it is what it is. Well, this is easy going. I didn't start recording at first because I had no idea what I was doing. But it's easy going. Get in the middle. Wow. The only piece that's giving me trouble, of course, is on camera. There's a wire on there. There we go. That's heavy. Wow. And this slides out. And so on. Well, I've got it all gutted out. I'm going to probably give that a cleaning. That's aluminum though. I might clean it and paint it, or we'll see how I proceed with that, but there's nothing wrong with that. I got all the metal pieces piled up neatly. They have to go home and get scruffed up and painted. Really good shape though, very, very good shape. The frame is completely stripped down, and now you can see why I decided that this was a good savable project boat. It's just galvanized steel, there's no rot. That's just some stain from the wood. All good all the way through. Mom had kept this painted, she said. Now, up in here was really bad shape, really badly rotted, and I gotta get on some dirty clothes for getting into that. So I left that section right there. But I got the main center console, which I may or may not try to reuse. I have to see what all it would take to hook up all this stuff and put it through. I'm not exactly sure what it'll take to rewire that while putting on a new deck. And this whole motor mount section is actually quite large. I'm surprised. I'm not sure why it was made like that. Anybody have any idea? What was the deal? Did this have a built-in motor at one point, or what's the deal on that? There's something was made to swing on that. And then there's the little motor mount there. But I'm wondering if there was some heavy-duty motor came with this boat at one time. Because that's made to hold some serious weight right there, and that was bolted on all the way across 3 frame pieces. Or 2 at least. That's heavy-duty. But get that piece off, and then I'll need just the wood. It's a very simple project. The only thing that's going to take any time really is cleaning it. Wire brushing all that is going to be a lot of work. That'll take a long time. And then all those pieces, all those different pieces, it's a lot of work. But there you go, guys. That's it for today. Tomorrow I'll clean up is all. I'm just gonna get some dirty clothes and clean up all the... I got all the wood scraps here. They are wet. Heavy, heavy wet. And I'll cut them up into smaller pieces so I can more easily handle them and then dispose of them properly. But pretty good. Well, that's it for today. I'm chilling now with the family. But thanks for watching, guys. You're looking at the future. Off-grid tiny houseboat. What do you think of that? The new off-grid tiny houseboat. What are you doing? I'm recording. What are you doing?
Well, don't. If you're recording, don't talk to me. Talk to that.
Do you want me to record with you here? Huh? What are you doing? You're certainly not going to move.
Look at the big pieces there. Well, are you on now?
I'm recording, yes. Hey everybody. I'm sitting here on the deck of my future off-grid tiny house boat.
About to break his neck.
Yeah, well, it's a little precarious. I found some scraps of wood. I wanted to sit on the deck of my boat and have a chat with you. My dad seems to think it's funny and dangerous.
You're the one that was stripping, Bill.
If you go down, I'm going to come get you out of here.
I have two 2x4s on two cross beams with the legs of the chair on it. But hey, it reminds me of the off-grid tiny house on wheels that I built when I stripped it down to the frame and I put a board on it and I sat a chair on it. And in a time out with Trucker Buck at his property when we started a cabin frame, and I felt it was just appropriate to get out a chair and sit on the frame of my future off-grid tiny house boat. And that's what we're going to make. So I'm going to put new decking on this, paint everything up, put a little cabin in the middle with all the amenities. We're going to have fold-away beds that double as benches. We're going to have a small kitchen. We'll have solar power, the works. We'll have a fish cleaning station, place to cook the fish, place for Michelle to sleep, place for everybody. I want to have enough space for 4 people to camp on this. We'll have 2 fishing platforms, one on the front, one on the back. It's going to be really cool. So that'll be a separate series. It's going to take time, but keep watching, guys. It's going to be fun if I can get down from this unharmed. The series will continue. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Alright guys, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you're new to this channel, please do check back every day. We are homesteading and trying to become self-sufficient and off the grid on a budget. Talk to you later.